Well, so okay everybody, that's where I am in Schupfart doing my first air flight in a few minutes, and I'm very excited about this. So let's rock and roll and let's get this thing up in the air, because we want to fly here. I am very scared, so I'm going to walk slowly over there to see what the scene looks like, just to give you a sight around. It's here in Schupfart, beautiful Switzerland, and we're going to have fun up in the air. Alright, stand by. In the northwestern part of Switzerland, just south of Germany and east of France, between the airspace of Zurich and Basel, lays Schupfart. A small little cozy airport, or should I say airstrip, big enough for small motorplanes and full-size gliders. Here trainees can practice their takeoffs and landings over flying a beautiful scenery. However, I'm not going to be flying one of these today. I'm going to go with one of these. These are full-size gliders or sailplanes. 80 years ago, they were made out of plywood and canvas. Today, they're made out of fiber composites, and with good weather conditions, they can have a range up to 1,000 kilometers without any kind of motor, using nothing but thermal lift like many birds do. Of course, you'll need an initial liftoff, either by a cable winch such as this one, or a tow plane, and that's what we're going to use. So I am very excited, but also a little bit scared. So I am a little bit scared, a little bit excited, but I'm going to be flying up in the air with the birds very soon, and I'm so happy about that. And here's it. Alessandro is making the last checks with the pilot, giving him our flight plan so he knows where to take us. Then he's attaching the tow cable and making sure we're getting a clean liftoff. While equipped with parachutes, we are strapped into our seats, anxiously waiting to take flight. Alright, here we go. Ready to rumble! Ready to take off!
Taking off to climb right.
I have to admit I do have a fear of flying in heights, so it took quite some courage to take off on a plane without any kind of propulsion except for the initial tow and the thermal lift. I did wear a parachute, and that beeping you hear is the proximity alert to avoid mid-air collisions, and that did give me some comfort. But once I was up there, all fear was gone, and an amazing new world opened up to me, a bird's eye view like I have never seen before. And then, the sky was wide open. I immediately fell in love with it.
Leaving Circuit direction south, leaving frequency dispersed at 6
This gentleman in the back is Sämi. He's my flight instructor. He has been doing this for over 20 years and he's a real pro. I have been working with him on a book project when he asked me if I would like to go fly with him. And I was immediately fascinated despite my fear of flying. But now that fear ain't here and it's just awesome.
liberty in her own betrayal, cast twinge of resignation. Look, impeccable vapor of lust unfolds a truth, emerging with a victory.
Now all the gliders you see are piloted by Sämi students. It's fascinating how they manage to use gravity and heat to stay airborne and do all sorts of maneuvers. Storks use the same technique to travel thousands of miles to Africa and back every year. And now I get to experience it myself. I am truly blessed and very thankful. And as you can see, I am having a blast. You've probably been wondering what this red thread is all about. Well, it's a navigational help. It's really just a woolen thread attached to the cap of the cockpit with some tape. As long as the thread is straight, the plane is flying correctly. As soon as it moves to either side, it means the plane is in some deviation from the ideal line and turbulences may build on the side of the aircraft. Sämi says it's all he needs to fly. That and the feeling, of course. He says it's like riding a bike. It's something you feel, not to do with your head. This is my favorite view. It's like flying like Superman. No engine noise, just the wind, the occasional rattle, and the beeping. I'm telling you, you should try this. What an experience. Amazing. Sämi let me fly for quite a while, and he is right. It is like riding a bike. Once you can feel it, you will never forget. And I will definitely not forget this extraordinary day and experience. Thank you, Sämi, for taking me to a higher level. I'm gonna leave you now with the last sequence, the final approach and landing, my favorite part. So buckle up and hold tight. I'll see you on the ground.
Jetzt haben wir gerade den Flugplatz vor uns. Jetzt schaue ich die Windrichtung an. Das Rad haben wir draussen. Schauen den Zustand von der Piste, werden alles rumstehen. Jetzt gehen wir gerade direkt mit Auto. Okay. 1834 gleiten Auto. Jetzt siehst du vorne rechts ist Frick.
Jawohl.
Ah ja, da beim rot-weiß gestreiften Kevin da, das ist da schon bei Brie unten.
Ja, genau.
Und jetzt brauche ich dann die blaue Wappe, dass du da Blinker einblendest.
Jawohl.
Das gleiche Verfahren, wie wenn sie wie FR anfliegen.
Ja.
In Basel. 1834 Kleinpunkt. So, jetzt muss ich gerade den Klappen lösen. Jetzt gehen wir rüber, schön auf den Pistenplatz. Das ist alles sehr präzise.
Alright guys, I am back on the ground, safely on the ground. It was just a freaking amazing flight. I mean, I had the time of my life. You can't believe what it's like to be up there with the birds, up there between the clouds, flying, feeling the air underneath your wings, and it's just amazing. So that's a thing you have to try once in life. If you haven't done that, make sure you do. I was flying the aviation craft myself for a long time. I didn't do the takeoff or the landing, but I was flying it in between, and it was amazing, I'm telling you. So again, if you haven't done that, do it now. Anyway, I hope you had a good time. I surely did. I'll see you soon. Peace out and rock on.